Hi, this is Matthew Skolch riding for Westby Racing. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe.
A crazy race getting ready to start here.
So it is Medallia Superbike race number 2, and revs are up. When you see these lights go off, we're going for it. And Danilo Petrucci, a little bit of a wheelie on the start. We'll see if that Ducati can make it up. Is that our pole sitter?
Going straight backwards. The bike was weaving all over the place, and you can see Gagne is going to be mired back in 8th or 9th place. But I'll tell you, Greg, it's a different feel when you're on rain tires in the dry. So there are some wet patches, but you're going to see a lot of this track is dry. So Petrucci, who we know is so amazing in the rain.
But Petrucci trying to get comfortable. He's got a little bit of experience, does the Italian number 9 on that fresh and lean, or on the Warhorse HSBK Racing Ducati New York machine. He was able to test, and there goes PJ Jacobsen feeling comfortable. He goes by Matthew Skolch. Fresh and lean Progressive Yamahas, Cameron Peterson coming under fire from Danilo Petrucci. So Petrucci goes up the inside, not leaving Peterson much room. And here comes pulling the trigger on that Panigale V4R. And look at Peterson.
Wow.
Now that might be an indicator in terms of what Ducati's given power-wise, but Petrucci's able to get right back around him. And you can see at the top end, starts to pull a little bit of a gap, and there's PJ on the 66.
And on a new bike and a new team, he's still not going to feel that uncomfortable in these conditions. So you can see he's not that far back as we get a great shot from the Lucas Oil helicopter high above MotoAmerica as they break down now into turn 5.
Oh!
Cam Peterson and Petrucci come together.
Boy, so Petrucci left Campi with no room at all. That was so close as Peterson has a look over his shoulder. And Petrucci continues to get roughed up here in MotoAmerica. As now Petrucci looks like he's going to put his head down and try to make a break. He doesn't want to fool around any longer.
Into the back of Petrucci. See this? He just sees Petrucci just broke. He wasn't doing anything necessarily wrong. That's probably a little bit of track experience as well. PJ Jacobsen get behind that bubble, get in the draft. He'll feel a double draft from both the bikes ahead of him. And you can see the bikes oscillating, Greg, moving around on those rain tires.
It looks like PJ's got some legs on that BMW M1000RR, and he gets by Cameron Peterson. So a good drive on a very new program.
Petrucci actually turns in really early for turn 3, so it kind of hurts his exit a little bit. So let's see if these guys, you can see PJ using a lot of body English, getting this bike off the turn 3 there, and you can see how fast that Tyler's BMW is as he's going to go down the left side without even using the draft. PJ Jacobsen on the Tyler's BMW leads down into turn 5. Looking for damp patches. That's what these guys are all going to start to do, right? Because it's, you know, the track is essentially right now. If you had to start the race now, I think a lot of guys would probably start on slicks as now Cam Peterson gets an amazing drive out of the chicane. Look at the bikes moving around. See PJ moving over to the right? That's him looking for some moisture on the track to try to help cool these tires down ever so slightly. Now, the other thing too, Greg, as you can see, the Yamaha gets an amazing drive out of that last corner. He pulls up alongside Petrucci and will try to make the pass down into turn 1. As Petrucci now makes the pass on PJ Jacobsen, and Peterson goes under him.
Wow, Jason, I'm going to tell you something. As we look at Petrucci, he's having a good run at it, but with the way that team is so sophisticated with their electronics, it wouldn't surprise me. It's definitely a strategy that Danilo Petrucci has. And you can see there, it's not too bad in terms of the little bit of moisture on the racetrack as they put up a little spray.
They're staying on the left-hand side to try to get that moisture onto the tire, and PJ Jacobsen's able to draft back past that Ducati as they go down in turn 5. As you can see, the bike's just wiggling around.
Tip of the cap still to Larry Pegerman 5th, but Ashton Yates on the Aftercare Hayes Scheibe Racing BMW, the older model, the S1000RR.
Wow,
up into 6th place.
Look at the draft. PJ Jacobsen,
is there any room?
He just couldn't quite make that pass work as he thought about trying to get down the inside of Cam Peterson on the left-hand side, but it gets tight down there when you roll throttle off and you start getting on the binders for turn 5.
They're going to come to the white flag, Jason. If you're PJ, do you really show your cards right now, or do you wait as Petrucci going to the inside of the racetrack? So here goes PJ. He pulls out of the draft. He went fastest lap of the race for a moment, but then it goes to Petrucci at a 28.7. So the new leader, the number 66 of PJ Jacobsen, he goes right to the apex. Doesn't give Cam Peterson an opportunity to pass.
PJ is hungry for this win right now, and you can see Cam P now is in the draft as they head down into turn 5. PJ's going to do a nice job of defending that position. Cam's not going to be close enough to do anything with him here. And all the while,
PJ's wide.
Oh, he is wide. He's gone in there a little bit too deep. Now Cam's going to just tell himself, I got to get my head, put it down. Now we're getting into the part of the track where Petrucci seems to shine.
The final corner for the fresh and lean progressive Yamaha racer, Cameron Peterson. Onto the front straightaway we go. The checkered flag is flying and awaiting. Cameron Peterson, the South Africa, comes up on top of the straightaway, and he will take the win here in Medallia Superbike. PJ Jacobsen on the podium holding off Danilo Petrucci. And in this championship fight, Jake Gagne will lose a couple points to Petrucci, but it's eyes on Matthew Skultz. Where will he come across the line? He was leading this championship.